Hi, my name is Steve from CrossFit Orangeville, and I just want to post a little video about my feelings on pedal stroke. I'd like to start off with flat terrain, and we'll move from there. Basically, if the rider is heading in the direction of the arrow, so this direction, on a flat terrain, you will note that with my excellent diagram, that this is the center of the bottom bracket, okay? And the person is pedaling, most of the power will end up being a little bit after 90 degrees, so maybe around 100 degrees from top dead center. So somewhere thereabouts. In a perfect world, you want to have that maximum power output more at the 90 degree level, because that's where we have the biggest mechanical advantage over the crank, because it's the only point in time when the crank is parallel to the ground and we are pushing straight down. So that only happens for a moment. So, you know, the better the athlete, the better the pedal stroke, the closer to 90 degrees that is. And in monitoring that, I really like to see my riders around 90 to 95 degrees, but we're often 95 to 100 degrees, to be honest. And that's on a road bike or a mountain bike. Time trial position or triathlon tends to be 100 degrees or maybe even a little bit more than that, just due to the arrow position, and that's maybe a whole other conversation. So what I want you to really imagine here is this oval that is the power curve. It is front side loaded, so we have more power out here than we do at the back. And really it's just due to bigger musculature. We have gravity working with us. As mentioned, we can push a lot more with our quadriceps and our glutes than we can lift with our psoas hip flexors. So basically, we want to try to push as hard as we can from top dead center until the pedal starts coming back towards us. And then really we're trying to get out of the way the best we can. So I think that the other thing I really wanted to touch base on is what happens when we start to go uphill. So if we start to go uphill and we do not change where we apply power throughout the pedal stroke, what happens is, I believe, perceived exertion goes up greatly, so we feel like we're doing work. However, the work that we do doesn't translate or get transferred back to the rear wheel to our bicycle to help us move up the hill. So I like to try to explain this in that if this is the bottom bracket and the rider's riding up a hill, but they're pedaling with their flat pedal stroke, then what they end up doing is end up pushing into the hill. And this is the part that raises perceived exertion, often on the inside of the quadricep. And what we really need to do is the more the rider rides up a slope, we really need to try to learn to translate and shape this oval. So, for instance, if we went from a downhill into a flat, into a gradual uphill, into a steep uphill, I really think that if you take this oval and you bisect it like so, on the flat, the oval should be in this direction, bisected like so. Likewise, as we start to go uphill, the oval should now be in this direction, bisected like so. And if it was really, really steep, say in the mountain bike world, that's almost uphill. That's pretty good, actually, straight up. Anyway, bisected like so. And what happens is, in various angles of this oval, which is really up here, you do have to apply power with different muscle groups, in my opinion. So what I'd like everybody to try is, next time they're riding their bicycle, is when they're going down a hill, I want you to try to just push down. Okay, just push down. 20 pedal strokes, see how it feels. Then I want you to try to just pull up while you're going on a downhill. And I'd like some feedback as to what you find in those two scenarios. And then the other really good extreme thing to try the same idea out is when you're going uphill, try to just push down, say from top dead center to our 100 degrees, and then just try to put a bit more effort into lifting the pedal and pedaling from the hip. That Mark on the forum also touched on, which was awesome in my opinion. So what happens is the pedal stroke power has to change. In order for it to change, you have to utilize different muscle groups. And in general terms, the flatter it is, the more you can start pedaling early and hold on to the power for longer. Okay, so it's more like a locomotive engine where you can push out. And I don't know, I don't really get into pulling back, but some people do. But you can definitely do more workout and back. Okay, the steeper it gets, you really have to think about pedaling more from here, up, over, and out. Steeper it gets, up, over, and out. Because as soon as you start to come over and push down, too much past this point here, it's just a lot of work that's not going into speed. So I hope I've explained that well, and if you have any questions, you can email me, and hope everybody has a great day. Excuse me, I just finished one of Brian's famous workouts, 2x1000 row, 2x1200 row. It was great. Anyways, have a good day. Bye.